Hey there, I see you're dealing with that pesky dandruff and itchy scalp, huh? I know it's not just a minor inconvenience. It can really affect your confidence and comfort. But here's the good news. You don't have to live with it. Today, I'm going to share some straightforward, science-backed treatments that you can try at home. These aren't just quick fixes. They're methods that can help you get long-lasting relief. Imagine this. You've got a clean, flake-free scalp, and the best part, you achieved it without running to the store for expensive products, just using simple items you might already have in your kitchen. Sounds intriguing, right? Stick with me and I'll walk you through it. Let's start with a quick fix, coconut oil. This is one of those versatile ingredients that's been around for ages, and for good reason. Not only does it moisturize your scalp, but it also has antimicrobial properties, which is a fancy way of saying it helps fight off the microorganisms that can cause dandruff. So, here's what you do. Take about a tablespoon of coconut oil, just enough to cover your scalp, and warm it up a bit. You can do this by rubbing it between your palms or gently heating it. Then, massage it into your scalp, focusing on the areas that feel the itchiest. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes, but if you want to give your scalp a real treat, leave it on overnight. Just make sure to wash it out thoroughly in the morning with a gentle shampoo. Doing this once or twice a week can make a big difference. Now, let's take a moment to understand what's really going on up there on your scalp. Dandruff isn't just about dry skin. There are a few key players that can cause those flakes and itchiness. First up, dry skin. It's more common than you think, especially in the winter when the air is dry and cold. If your scalp doesn't have enough moisture, it can become flaky and, well, uncomfortable. Then, we've got this tiny fungus called malassezia. It lives on everyone's scalp. It's totally normal, but sometimes it can get out of hand. When it does, it can irritate your scalp and lead to dandruff. Lastly, there's product buildup. All those shampoos, conditioners and styling products can sometimes leave residues that clog your pores and irritate your scalp. That's why it's a good idea to use a clarifying shampoo every once in a while to keep your scalp clean. All right, now that we know the causes, let's tackle them with some easy home remedies. First, let's try an apple cider vinegar rinse. This is great for balancing the pH of your scalp and removing any buildup. Here's how you do it. Mix 1 part apple cider vinegar with 2 parts water in a spray bottle. It's important to dilute it, otherwise it can be too harsh. Then spray it onto your scalp, making sure to cover all the areas that are bothering you. Let it sit for about 15 minutes. That's enough time for it to do its job without over-drying your scalp. After that, just rinse it out with water. Simple, right? Doing this once a week can help keep your scalp in check. Next up is tea tree oil. This oil is a powerhouse because of its antifungal properties, making it particularly effective against that malassezia fungus we talked about earlier. All you need to do is add a few drops of tea tree oil to your regular shampoo. Massage it into your scalp, let it sit for a few minutes. Just enough time to take a deep breath and relax. Then rinse thoroughly. You can do this 2 to 3 times a week. Now let's clear up some misconceptions. I hear this one all the time. If I wash my hair less, my dandruff will go away. I hate to break it to you, but that's not quite right. Not washing your hair regularly can actually make dandruff worse because it allows oils and dead skin cells to build up on your scalp. But you don't want to overdo it either. A good rule of thumb is to wash your hair every other day or every 3 days, depending on your hair type and how your scalp feels. Another common mistake? Scratching. I know it's tough, especially when your scalp is itchy, but scratching can lead to more irritation and even infection. Instead, try to distract yourself or use one of the soothing treatments I've mentioned. Let me tell you, I've been there myself. For years I struggled with dandruff, and nothing seemed to work. I'd find flakes on my clothes, and it was embarrassing, especially during important moments. But then I started using these home remedies, like the apple cider vinegar rinse and tea tree oil, and the difference was incredible. One of our viewers, Sarah, wrote in to say that after just a few weeks of using the vinegar rinse, her dandruff was almost completely gone. That's the kind of feedback that makes all this worthwhile. Now that you've got your dandruff under control, let's talk about keeping it that way. Here are a few tips that can help you maintain a healthy scalp over the long term. First, stick to a regular hair washing routine with a gentle shampoo. You don't want to strip your scalp of its natural oils, but you also don't want to let oil and dead skin cells build up. Second, use a clarifying shampoo once a month. This helps remove any product buildup that might be irritating your scalp. Also, try to get into the habit of doing a scalp massage every now and then. It improves circulation and can make your scalp healthier overall. And don't forget about the basics. Stay hydrated and eat a balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals. Your scalp is skin, after all, and what you put into your body affects it. Before we wrap up, let's go through a few questions I often get about dandruff and itchy scalp. First up, can dandruff cause hair loss? Well, dandruff itself doesn't cause hair loss, but excessive scratching can damage your hair follicles, which could lead to some hair loss over time. So it's important to treat the itchiness before it becomes a bigger problem. Next, how often should I wash my hair if I have dandruff? The key is balance. For most people, washing your hair every other day is sufficient to keep your scalp clean without over-drying it. If your scalp is particularly oily, you might need to wash it more frequently, but always with a gentle, dandruff-specific shampoo. Here's another one. Is dandruff contagious? No, dandruff is not contagious. It's caused by factors like dry skin, sensitivity to hair products, or an overgrowth of yeast, but it can't be passed from one person to another. I hope that clears up some of your concerns. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm here to help. All right, you've got the knowledge and you've got the tools. Now it's time to take action. Start by trying one or two of these remedies and see how your scalp responds. Remember, consistency is key. You might not see results overnight, but with patience and persistence, you'll get there. And don't forget, I've put together a list of all the products and ingredients we talked about today in the description below. That way, you can get started right away. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more health tips like these. I'm always here to share practical, no-nonsense advice to help you feel your best. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, a healthy scalp leads to healthy hair. You've got this.